how to automate your workflow based on document statuses. We are going to see how to streamline a crucial phase of the tax return, which lies between the return draft and review and the e-signature. This will help you to automate repetitive steps, keep documents, invoices, and approvals seamlessly connected. We'll start here in my 1040 tax return pipeline. I have a job here in the review stage. If I open it, I'll see that there's a task for my firm to review the return draft. Since we already finished this step, I'll mark the task as completed, and as a result, the job itself will move ahead into the next stage. If I open it again, you'll see that there is a new task linked inside the job now. To complete this one, I'll first need to send the return draft to the client and then create an invoice for them. So at this point, there are 3 things that my firm needs from the client. We need them to approve the draft, pay the invoice, and then e-sign the document. Once that's all done, we can move into the e-filing stage. To automate most of the process, the first thing we need to do is link the document to the job. There are a couple of ways to do this. You can use the link button and then select the document. You can link it to the job as you're uploading the document by using this button right here. You can also do it from the TaxDome drive in case you're managing documents through it. Regardless which way you prefer, after linking it, you'll be able to find the document inside the job. The next step that my firm needs to take is to request the client to approve the document. To do this, I'll head to the Client's Documents page or Docs tab and find the document. It was originally uploaded into this private folder so that the client wouldn't see it as my team was reviewing it. Now that we need them to see and approve it, we will move it into a folder with Client Can View Rights, so in this case, the Firm Docs Shared with Client folder. Next, I'll click on the 3 dots on the far right of the document and then select Edit. A new menu will slide out. You can use the Link Invoice button to lock the document to the invoice. This means that when the client tries to open the document, they'll be prompted to pay the invoice and won't see the contents. I already prepared the invoice ahead of time, so I can select it here right now. I can also request the client's approval by clicking the 3 dots here. At this point, I can go back to my pipeline, open up the job, and then mark the task as completed. All that's left to do here is wait for the client to complete their part. Because there are pending client actions, the job didn't move forward after I marked the task as completed, but as soon as they pay the invoice and approve the document, it will move into the next stage. So, let's quickly take a look at the client's perspective now. Initially, they would get the email that was sent as part of the stage automations that tells them about what needs to be done. After reading this, they'll head to the client portal and try to approve the document. However, when they click on it, they'll see the invoice prompt that we mentioned earlier. Therefore, they'll take care of both the payment and the approval, and then my firm can set up the next step. If I switch back to the firm portal again, I'll see that the job moved to the next stage and that there is a new task available. This one is for one of my team members to request an e-signature. Since the document is still linked to the job, they don't need to look for it anywhere, but instead can open it from here and then request the signature. Right after that's done, we'll mark the task as done, and once again, we'll wait for the client to complete their part, which is to sign the document. The client will be notified about the signature request, and as soon as they sign the document, the job will move into the e-filing stage, and at that point, my firm can continue working on the job.